Hi, so we're going to have a look at the items that we have listed over the weekend so that maybe you can have a look and be able to discern whether or not you like these items a little bit more having seen them on the video. This is the first lot, which is 3 pieces of vintage sterling silver and marcasite. This is a lovely brooch, as you can see. Very sparkly, good condition, very clean. The watch also is very, very clean as well, very sparkly. Looks in good condition. Somebody asked me whether this one went. I think it was this one, and it does appear to wind. So you're hearing this here first. Is it going to actually go? Can't even see a second hand on that, so we'll put that down for the moment. And this is the brooch. Lovely brooch, piece of quality. This, I think it's quite good quality. And I think there was something wrong with the clasp. The clasp needs a fix, but other than that, it's a lovely marcasite brooch. The next item that we have here is a combination, and this is a little sterling silver and enamel, possibly pansy little brooch. It's very light but very cool. I particularly like that item, and that comes with a couple of well, 3 other things. One is what is possibly a sterling silver chain. That one there, that's the sterling silver chain. Hopefully I'll stay in focus there. And also there is another chain which I don't think is anything. Oh no, that actually could be sterling as well. I'm not too sure. Have a look at the descriptions. I'm only going from memory here. All of these items are being sold on behalf, and I am definitely no jewellery expert. And this is the other marcasite watch, which has got some missing marcasites and could do with a clean. So it needs a little bit of work, obviously. We'll just go and have a look at that first marcasite watch to see whether or not the hands have moved. And I don't know, hard to tell. Let's put it right on. Let's get it to where I can actually. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put it right on 12 and make sure it's in properly, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Now there's 3 metals here, and I know that I missed something on one. So this one here is the council, the urban district council of Beeston and Stapleford. So that was one thing I missed, the Stapleford. So that's that one there. This one here, I think is sterling silver, but don't quote me on that. Just looks sterling silver, but it's not marked. But this one here is actually a war medal, which I'm no expert on war medals, but I noticed before this has actually got a name on the side, which probably ran the other way. And I'll just smooth that really slowly, so maybe if someone wants to read that, probably read it more with the video later than I can right at the moment. So that's that. So that is actually a war medal, that one there. Now we've got a little opal pendant on sterling silver, which is this one here. You can see lovely little colours to the opal. Got a little mark on the back. Looks gold, but marked sterling silver. Just that opal, if you can catch it with the right light. And this one here is possibly jet and rolled gold. There's a little mark that's on the bottom. Whoops. On the bottom of this. You should be able to see the photos in the auction, but you may be able to tell it on here as well. Just in case of getting it in the right angle. I think it's something like 10 carat lined or something similar. Just gonna scroll my page up here to where we go down to the dagger, which I thought was sterling silver, but now I'm actually not too sure. Maybe the handle and these bits are actually sterling, possibly. And it comes in its own little scabbard. And I'll just pull it out and turn it around so that you can see the whole thing. and stick it back in there. Lovely little item. Looks like a pocket watch, but I don't, pocket knife, not a pocket watch. But I don't think it folds up like one. I'm not going to try anyway. So that's that over here. The next one is a sterling silver vesta. Used to see quite a few of these 20 odd years ago when I started. Maybe not so much now. Look at all the work that's gone into that. Lovely piece. Really nice piece. Opens up easily. And you'll see the hallmarks on the other side. Striker at the base. Next one is a sterling silver sovereign holder, which is the same kind of style as a pocket watch. That's what we've got there. And when you open it up, could do with a good clean, but it looks pretty fresh, doesn't it? I gave it a wipe over, but not a proper clean, as you can tell. But pretty cool item. Pretty cool. That one is that one. Now we've got one of this. This is just a lovely, lovely bracelet. Look at that. That's a stunner. As we say in the game, it's a stunner. Vintage, got a bit of age, an inscription on the inside. Someone would have been very, very happy to have got this back in the day. Absolute lovely item. Lovely item. So what else are we coming out to? We're coming out to what I thought were a couple of Mosaic brooches, but this one here, as you can see, is more enamel and clear stone. So even though I thought it was Mosaic when I looked at it first time, and underneath that latch, it's got a name underneath there. Whoops. Got a name underneath there, but I can't work it out. Maybe you can work it out in the video, possibly not. So that's that one. And the other one here, I think, is Italian. Look at those lovely colours in it. Half moon or crescent shape brooch. Next one is a sterling silver fob chain. Look at that. This is quite heavy, this, and it's a lovely quality. Don't know if it shows up that well on the photos, but hopefully it will more on the videos when you have a look at it. A little marking on that fob bit. I always assume that's what you call the fob bit. You can tell I'm no expert on these things. There you have it. Just a lovely, lovely item. And just let it hang down like so. Nice. So that's that one done. This one here, did a little bit of research. Goldstone, you'll see a few imperfections. Being on the light, these are apparently man-made. Is that right? If you know anything, please let me know. I thought that there looked as if it had a little bit of age to it, but hard to tell. As I say, I'm no expert on anything to do with jewellery. Our other sterling silver sovereign case is this one here. A few little dents on the outside. It is missing that thing in the middle. Needs a clean, needs a polish, would come up pretty well. Our next one is a sterling silver bracelet, which looks to have had a gold wash or gold gilt on the outside. Look at that. It's too consistent to, sometimes they tarnish and they go gold, but this one I'm pretty sure that's a gold wash or a gold gilt or something like that. Lovely item as well. Very, very nice piece. Marked on the inside. Next is an agate and 9 carat brooch. Haven't had one of these for years. Absolute years. I think sometimes they call that bloodstone. nice item. We go into the greenstone now. Greenstone and sterling silver brooch. Quite common to see the greenstone in gold in various shapes, but I haven't seen too many of these over the years. As I say, no expert in jewellery. Please look at all the photos on the auction and work out what you think. If there are any marks for sterling or gold, I have endeavoured to show you. So if you can't see one, it might not be there. This one here is what I think is a lady's pocket watch. Sterling silver, quite nice face on it. Can't find a maker's name. And there's this the one with the acorn. Yes, look at that. The acorns on the end of the chain. That's the front. And that's the back. Bit of quality, this one. Bit of quality. Next item. This is one of these items that my photos I don't think came out particularly well. Sterling silver and abalone or turquoise, but depending on the angle, this is very bright. Look at those colours. That's absolutely yummy, yummy, yummy. I like it. And I know that on photos they're not really deceiving, but they don't really give you a 3D feel of the item. So hopefully these videos are just helping out a little bit in that regard. And this one here, now I don't know if this is sterling silver or not with the greenstone. There's a kind of impressed mark, but it's impossible to read. So what do you think? Do you think this is sterling, or do you think this is some kind of chrome plated or other silver or white metal? That there seemed to be something to do with an impressed mark, but maybe, yeah, I don't see why it would be there if it's not an impressed mark, but I definitely couldn't read it. This one here is Scottish. Is that a citrine? I don't know. And you see how dirty it is? Someone's washed it with some kind of silver cleaner. This is possibly sterling. It's not marked, but I know that they're not always marked. And I've never noticed one with a stone there. Do they all do that? Maybe they all do that, and I've never noticed it before. It's a pretty cool item. Yeah, wouldn't want to wake up next to it though. Next item, what have we got? Just scroll down here. This is sterling silver locket. This is the one with no mark, but it really looks sterling to me. But what do you think? Is that sterling, or am I just imagining it? Open it up. And there is actually a mark there. Right in the middle. I never noticed that. Good grief, how did I not notice that? But I can't read it. Can you read that? How did I miss that? So whatever it is, I missed it. Good grief, I'm getting old. You wonder why I'm trying to get out of this game. Next one, sterling silver. Actually, are these bangles or are they bracelets? How's that for start of a 10 on your antique jewellery journey of discovery? Oh, there you have it. Lovely sterling silver bracelet. For details, please have a look at the auction. Next item is a 9-carat gold and greenstone brooch. This keeps on reminding me of a galaxy or something. I wonder if this is from like the 1950s or 60s and it's space age. I think this is quite cool because for a long time we were running into 9-carat gold and greenstone items would appear anyway. And they're all those kind of rectangular shaped ones. This is something completely different, along with a few other items that we've got, including a silver fern. Now this is, I like this. This is just, it's old. It's definitely not new. It's got some age, it's got lovely patina to it. And just imagine wearing that on your blazer or your shirt or something. It'd feel really patriotic. So I think that's underrated, that. A lovely item. I can't recall seeing another one. Like there would, I'm pretty sure it's not the only one ever made, but they're not that common. This here I think is a shark tooth, and you see it's had a couple of battles. Hopefully you picked those up on the photos that were in the auction, like the end of that and that little bit there. Oops, just going out of focus for some reason. The gold didn't look too gold on this shot at the moment, but I can assure you that it is, and it's marked there. So that's a very cool piece, and the number of watches obviously show that other people think it's pretty cool as well. Getting on to what is a kind of a classical style sterling silver brooch, which is this one here. Quite like this, a little bit unusual. I'm wondering if this is a mourning brooch and you're supposed to stick the hair in there. Or am I completely deluded? Please tell me if I am. Well hallmarked. Nice item. The next one is a sterling silver pendant with jet, which is just hiding from me at the moment. It's hiding completely from me at the moment. Where is it? Can't have gone anywhere. Here we go. So this is sterling silver, and I'm assuming it's jet. Is there black coral, or am I imagining things? I thought there was something called black coral as well. So there you have it. I'll just go to the next page here. Wait for that to load. Put that over there. Okay. These are going particularly well at the moment. These are the greenstone. Just got to find them on my table. There's a few things hiding from me. Greenstone and 9-carat gold cufflinks. These are lovely items. I think it's so fantastic that all of these look quality. They're kind of inherently New Zealand, aren't they? Anything that's gold and greenstone. And they come in various shapes, and we've got some interesting shapes this week listed. So for a collector, they don't take up much room. They're probably only going to go up in value. And what a great time to buy and maybe invest. And I don't say that about too many things, but I am. This here, I think is from Oman, but don't quote me on it. It's sterling silver. I thought that looked like gold, but someone tells me that it's probably brass. And you can see that this spins around, so you know green for go or red for stop, whichever you like. Quite a cool item. And wear it any way you like. That's a lovely ring. Next one is a Cameo brooch with some kind of silver metal around the outside. Quite well carved. I don't know anything about this at all. All part of a quite big collection. You're the expert. Low start, all got to go. Next one, 3 pieces of Marcasite, and they include, this brooch here. And 2 others, including the silver filigree brooch here, with little Marcasites in it. And the other one is like a bow or ribbon one. That's what I'd call it anyway. Touch of quality, that one. Oh, I like that one. Be quite interesting in people in the know. It's like some people can love certain pieces of china that I don't like. But if it's a piece of expensive china, you'll guarantee I'll like it. China is what I specialised in, not jewellery, as you're probably working out by this video. This one here is nice vintage sterling silver. A little bit of quality of this with seed pearls. I don't know, they took care on the front and the back with this one. That's what I look for, rightly or wrongly. The next one is a pair of earrings, gold and greenstone. You don't see these every day, that's for sure. Look at that, lovely pieces. Very well made, well finished. Nice items. Next one, this is a 9-carat gold bar with seed pearls, and is that a diamond in there? And I was just looking at these before and I noticed that the seed pearls on the outside are possibly a different colour or reflect light differently. Larger ones look slightly different. What do you think? And of course that sparkly one in the middle. So that's not a diamond. What would it be? A cubit zirconia or whatever? Just have a look at the back of this one. There you go. Oops. Lovely item. A little bit of quality there to my eye, my uneducated eye. Here is a pair of sterling silver brooches, identical. I don't think you see that too often, do you? I haven't noticed it particularly often. Now the next one, is this the star of the show, or am I just proving that I don't know what I'm selling? But this here, this just looks like a cracker. Greenstone and gold sword, and I think that heart really sets it off. That, to my mind, that's pretty damn cool. Where are you going to find another one of those? If someone says there's 1,000 out there, I won't believe you. But that's pretty cool. I think that is really cool. Got quite excited when I was given that one. What else we got here? We have got, just getting onto some sterling silver ones, we've got this one here, which I think, I can't even read that. That's how bad my eyes are at the moment. We've got that one there. Got that one there, which I think is a boar's head. And they got Latin writing on them. This one here, which is it from a school or something? I don't know. Not too sure what that emblem is supposed to mean. The next one here, this is pretty cool. This mother of pearl cameo. I haven't seen one of these. It's just really, really nice. Now that it needs a damn good clean. A very good clean. That's what it needs. But are these quite common? I don't think I've seen one of these before. It just looks completely different to a normal cameo and well carved. The next item we're getting into is a watch, which is a 9-carat watch. Not too sure about the strap, but the watch is marked 9-carat. I think you can see it on there. Interesting face to it with the dimples. I assume these don't go. Oh, we should go back to that Marcasite one to see whether that's moved along. It hasn't moved. Maybe I didn't wind it enough, so I'll wind it some more. Always a little bit scared doing this. Looks like it's it can take a bit of winding. All right, we'll leave that over there. Hopefully I'll remember to come back to it before the end of the show. Next one here is Cameo. Little cameos. Imagine the fiddliness of trying to carve those, particularly if they're upside down. It could be Michelangelo carved ones. So there you have with gold. We're assuming these are gold. They're marked on that screw thing. I don't see why that wouldn't be gold. It looks like gold. You're the expert. There you have them. The next one is another 9-carat ladies watch. The back kind of falls off of this because the hinge is broken. That face is pretty cool. Can't find a maker's name. You'll see that hinge is broken right there. Hopefully I've got that in the photos of the auction. Little dent. Our next item is a sterling silver badge, which is I think this is a Masonic Lodge one. Looks like gold, doesn't it? But then you turn it over and it looks silver, and of course it's got a silver mark, which is always a bit of a giveaway. There you can read that. I think this person brought 7 new members or something into the club or into the lodge back in the day. And that must have been a big thing. Fair enough too. And of course you got the ribbon there. Got 7 members on that. And piece of enameling at the top. Okay, what else we got? That could be it, ladies and jelly beans. I think I've gone through everything. So let's go back to that watch. And to answer the person's question, does this work? It has not moved. So it's not overwound. See if I can hear something. I'm half deaf anyway. I can't hear anything. I'm not going to wind it anymore. Last thing we want to do is to have it overwound. So hopefully that helped. If you got any questions, I probably can't answer them. So don't bother asking. But good luck, and please satisfy yourself with any of the questions that you please satisfy yourself with the condition of the item by having a look at the photos on the auction. Until next time, bye for now.